My people, the Southeasterners particularly, if you place the governors of Anambra State, Chalenwa Mbafo, Professor Charles Soludo on one side, and now place the governor, the miracle of Abia State, Alex Otti on the other side, and you are asked to spot the difference, in my opinion, one is a typical example of a failed system through bad institutions of governance, whereas one is a working system where institutions of governance is active. That is my own opinion. Now I am going to buttress it using road madness in Anambra State, particularly in Onitsha, and in Abia State, particularly in Aba. These two cities are almost the same in comparison because they are commercial cities where you have traders. And you know, traders have their own mentality. Now, the approach by these two governors is what we are going to do what? Dissect. To give you an overview of the performance of these two governors. I'm not saying that any of them are doing bad, but the truth of the matter is there is a wide difference between governance and politics. Speaking big grammar and walking your talk. Now, talking about the road madness, you know, I've been very much involved in conducting of traffic because of the madness of on our roads. And thank God, we are beginning to see road transport system and the enforcers of the task force that will enforce road traffic, especially the traffic lights in Onitsha. To start with, people with siren, the VIPs, the police, even those that were supposed to enforce law and order, are the #1 breakers of traffic rule in Anambra State. And they do it with impunity, and there is no consequence to that. But if you go to Abia State, even their governor, their deputy governor, all obey the traffic rule.
So, see Abia State governor, he's there for traffic. See him. Himself there for traffic. They wait for the traffic lights. See the governor. He patiently waits for the traffic. See him. They wait. Now, traffic now don't pass out finally. See him. Traffic don't pass out. Now he's coming. See, now he's coming. See him. Now, if the governor now, if they wait for traffic to pass out, then who be you now going to wait for traffic? See, how are you? See how people dey share am. See crowd dey beat am. Boy, again, Leia, office of the Deputy Governor of Abia State. Deputy Governor of Abia State. He's observing street lights. I did that stuff again. Yeah, they call regular. Only more observe street lights. See Abia State, Abia State. Abia State, boy. When he take a one way, when he take a disobey. That is the power of the new Abia.
That is one prominent difference between the two. Just recently, I was going back from office at DMDS roundabout. You know all these people that carry gaskets in the name of bullion van. Those guys are one of the nightmares of road users in Anambra State, particularly Onitsha. Agwa ha welu nwa na anya moto ndị a na-ebu bullion van ka ogene ha anya kata gi emerụ mmadụ ala ifro ka ha na-ebe eni na ya ka ị ga na-afụrụ fa na anya wa ka ndị ala traffic light dị ebe eni, but they will always try to jump it. Kita anụ onye ejide gova mad people. And they were driving, as they were driving their recklessness, boom, they don't enter inside gutter, injuring people. These are the kind of things we see on daily basis. Police, VIP, somebody will just buy one Hilux vehicle and will start blaring siren, and he's entitled to flout the traffic rule with impunity, and the traffic law enforcers will just be there looking at them. In fact, they will be the ones calling them to break or flout the traffic. Just like one that I identified at Ekene Junction, who is a traffic, I don't know who employed that one.
This guy, every time he on so see on alobo, or jebe through traffic kid. On a pass moto na red, na yon dem made ego. Moto traffic na cha red, yoga na no, and I yon dem made ego. Yak if you on a pom nambiaba. Yak on alo every time. When I fear, ya na cha red na. Yak on alo, so see on alobo, and I pass in them mother my na. See, you only this guy able. I'm on Monday, Yama corner, lolo call just. So see on a bone if you ego corner on a traffic. Traffic and I cha red on a pass in them on Hagaba. Or you got or you ego. I'm not coming here again, I'm telling you, when we are trying to fix this place, how can I jacka mo why ya was gonna government menka? What the whoop to me in short here, and I'll go for Ibianeto or the Quegu. You when I made this video is to create awareness.
You see him every time, he will be begging people. There will be red light, oh, he will be asking you to come. Don't mind the red light, just go. And as you are going, he will be begging you money. These are the kind of nonsense we see in Anambra State. And I'm charging the government to increase surveillance, training for their staffs, for their field workers, so that we can maintain sanity on our road. If you flip to Abia State, it is a totally different game altogether. Those who are doing their task force, enforcing the traffic rules, they know they look anybody face. Just like this one. And that is it. That is what it should be. That is what is called equity. That is what is called law and the order. You can't have order where people are flouting laws with impunity, no consequence. You can't have equity where some people are treated above the law, like they are above the law. And that is what these guys have exemplified. Because normally people will continue to behave like mad people. But it is only a working institutions that makes the difference. And that is one thing Alex Otti is doing far better than Soludo. That is my own opinion. Let me have yours on the comment section. And this is not to rub on the face of the governor of Anambra State. I applaud you. Ebi Nemofma, I will give you thumbs up. I will call it out so that we can fix it to make our homeland a better place. Chikina, deal with the message and leave the messenger out of it. My name is Asu Janet Peters, your advocate for good governance. I'm signing out. Help me share this. Bye-bye for now.